Declaration of Sovereignty and Soul Contract Revocation by this Michelle Welling. But no, it's not from her. It came from David Bassi and others like Cameron Day. This article is not original from her. So contracts that are made before this lifetime and others carry energetic references which may be keeping you from walking the highest path. Revoking outdated contracts or contracts made under duress. Now, I don't remember having done in any such contracts with no bin, and that what I don't remember, I cannot be responsible for it. I will then have to abdicate all this, I have to revocate all those things which I do not remember have done. It's just like somebody come to your doorstep, left a child or animal for you to take care, and then they are expecting you to take full responsibility for that which you did not choose to have. If you have, take care, so good for you. That will mean you will have a good heart, you are a good soul person. But you are not in any way entailed to take care of that child or that animal that is placed outside your doorstep. There's no such thing. Okay, you are free from this bondage. All the minions will do that to you, I tell you. So you don't remember, that means you don't know, right? You have no you have no responsibility towards those contracts because you don't recall. You have no consciousness of this, so it's not valid. You have to invalidate it. Revoke or date contract. Declaring sovereignty is also important in order to break free of prior obligations. Oh, no more obligation from me, so son of a peach. Go and you do yourself. All the obligation that you give me, you do yourself. Because I break free from all this that were made with this contract as a reverse of giving away your power and free will. Don't do. If you don't feel right about doing something, you're not in any way or form responsible for that. Like maybe take care of your mother, you do by heart, then you are a good person. Take care of your elderly father, mother, grandparents. Children is your duty. A cat, a dog that you willingly and consciously brought or buy. Either you buy, either you brought from the street or you buy. Yeah, you have full responsibility toward that animal. But if it appears in your doorstep, a child or a cat, whatever, a dog, then you don't have responsibility toward that creatures, that come to your doorstep. If you want to take good care, good for you. But if you don't want to, you are in no obligations whatsoever. And no minions can come to you and tell you what you should or not do. Why do we need declaration revocation? If you have found yourself say, I'm in mad energy hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore. That's good. I love that. And when the woman do that, or whoever can be a woman or man, oh, this woman is mad, this woman is demented, this woman is hysterical. The hierarchy of the misogynic, misogynist, low speech of minions on earth have this mentality. So at least when a woman expresses herself, is very good, passionate, know how to talk, know how to think clearly, precisely, and then they will say, this woman is crazy, this woman is mad, this and that. No, nothing to do. We are just being expressive. We are being opinionated. You have the right. You are being what? Smart. You gotta be smart. You gotta be strong. Because if you don't, people will climb on your back. No? And then after that, you don't cry like a little puss or little mouse. And then pretend to be the victim. It's better to be the co-fighter than to be the victim in the game. I always say that. It's better to fight to the end and not be in any way or form enslaved by anybody, any creature, any human whatsoever, than be the fake victim, because I hate people who cry. I really dislike when you are young, when you are a little pussycat, a little puppy, then you can cry. When you are a child, you can cry. But come on, you are big already, you are an adult, why you cry? Stand up like the phoenix and go for the fight. Then you are making a declaration of non-consent. This article covers many ways that you can stand in your power as an aspect of source having a physical incarnation in this lifetime. Yeah, have an incarnation and then walk with source, because trying to be what you want to be, because you are free. So your free will given by the source, the prime infinite source. So who the hell is do see humans or no humans, do monsters, dragons, monster to tell us what to do? And the minions do, because the minions love who got power, you know. Minions are jackasses, worse than jackasses. They love those who have power and money. Money, money, money. No money, no honey for them. So people have no money. When they see somebody who is poor, they will try to put you down and humiliate you because you are poor. Never mind if you have wisdom, never mind for intelligent being, never mind if you're a good character, you know, you're a very good character person. As long as you don't have money, prestige, status, social status, then they will try to put you down. Never mind if you're as dumb as a parasite, because all parasites want to do is to suck the energy of anything that it encounters, any sentient beings. So that's the minions for you here on earth, and incarnated in human and non-human bodies. Life on this planet was inverted into a place of hierarchy. Don't know what the spell is, hierarchy. The spell I say no is the sound like hierarchy or hierarchy, but I gonna say whatever. Hierarchy, domination and control. One of our major purposes in this lifetime is to awaken to who we are as free-willed sovereign beings, and to take back our power. Can be in a collective or individual way. If you are living with somebody who's a tyrant, usually is the male aspect is always the tyrant one. Of course, there's exception. There's woman who isn't tyrant, coward, cruel, violent as a male can be. And then if you are stupid, they will climb all over you. They will try to distort everything. They try to take everything against you, even when you are right. It's like they want to, just an example, they it's just like a psychopath that abuses a child and then says, I did that because I could see her panties, or she was not wearing a diapers. Who asked her not wearing a diapers? Yeah, have this kind of psychology, you know, among the devils here, psychopath. They will try to blame anything because they don't want to take the blame. If they have a mug, they will write there, if anything happens here, I'm not responsible. I will do everything. And I will tell you, do as I say, don't do what I do. And everything happens here, don't blame me, blame yourself. You know, that's the kind of mentality of the narcissists, psychopaths people. They can be among you, they can be there in the workplace, they can be on the road, they can be among anything, anywhere. As rich people, those in power, among you, the people who call your spouse, you, especially the men, stupid men, because I mean, like this is stupid for me, is a queer. If a man is like this, he tried to show his manhood through all this kind of attitude toward a woman, then he's not a man for me. He's a rubbish, garbage. You do well with all this queer that you call a man. Get out. So in doing so, we will also have to free the rest of humanity who do not have a clue as to why they are constantly struggling to survive. Yeah, but you see, like me, I make my video here. I expose many of that, seen and non-seen, and at the end, for what? Most of the time, those people will take it against you because they are minions. They were born to be minions because they do not think. They do not rationalize well with intuition, with wisdom. And when they do, they will always try to take the submissive side because, oh, you are wrong, you are all outside of the box, because you need to think outside the box. You cannot always be inside a box and think only within that context and expect everybody else to follow your will and your conventions. A smart person, she will always think outside the box, not from inside the box, and this doesn't mean that you have to think outside the box only when you make money at the expensive and the cost of the other peoples as well, because there are those scoundrels in society. So if you have found yourself saying, I'm not going to take it anymore, then you will make a declaration of no consent. This article covers many ways that you can stand in your power as a respectful source, having a physical incontinence. So yeah, you are here to represent the minuscule part of the all, as we please, as long as we do not disturb other people, as long as we do not take others' sovereign will. Sorry. As long as we do not take others' sovereign will, abuse others, torment others psychologically or physically, then it's okay for you. Okay? So life on this planet was involved in the place of hierarchy, domination, and control. One of our major purposes in this lifetime is to awaken to who we are as a free-willed sovereign beings and to take back our power. And when they say take back our power, some idiot, parasite, amoeba brain mentality will say, oh, but what can I do? I mean, I have no money. I'm nobody. I don't have an education. I don't have a diploma. I don't have a doctorate. So why must what can I do? I'm really powerless. The power is yours. The power reside inside you. The force is within you. Even if you are alone, even if you have to fall alone without backups, without family, without friends, still the power is yours. You can make it if you will. Okay? You can stand up for your power. It's like say independency or death. And I do not say just this here. I do this, I practice this in real life, because when you are among serpents up to bite you or eat you up or suck your energy, then you have to be strong and not lower your guard, because once you lower your guard, that's it, man. You are finished. Understand? So in doing so, we will also have to free the rest of humanity. For what? Everybody have free will. We are not here to force nobody. They do if they want. If they don't want, let them go to hell. Because some people really deserve what they have, They get from one another, they got from society, they got from whatever, from the same power. They really deserve the government they have, the political part they have, the life they have, because they were made to be minimum. They cannot think outside of the box because they are like android. In doing so, you also have to free the responsibility to have a clothes while they are constantly struggling to survive. Ah, they should know themselves. A contract is an agreement that helps to guide incarnations in human bodies, to take holograms and holograph. Let's say configuration. This is a holograph configuration already planned inside a mega super power computer, mostly done by Grace. Before we embark in this sojourn here on earth and this body, we are then given a configuration or a set of trials or destiny that you have to go through here on earth. Do you understand? So with that comes the contract. That's what they do, because otherwise they will try to torment you mentally wise when you pass away. But you don't have to worry or even be afraid of it, because you know that you cannot die. What can die is the parts of what you have and not what you are. Do you understand? What we are is not this body. What we are is not this mind. What we are is not the spiritual body. What we are is not the light body. And we are made about 5 to 6 aspects of ourselves. We have 7 senses. We don't just have 6 senses. We have 7 senses, one of which is hidden. So a contract, but we've made many agreements before this incarnation and in other lives that are affecting how our current life unfolds. I do not agree with that, because we bring with us, as I said in other videos, parties of our ancestral. So no, we sometimes this innocence of reincarnation is not true. It's just a misunderstanding by the people who once canalized it long time ago through these reptilians who got canalized, and then they misunderstand everything through their filter. No, we don't have to reincarnate. Sometimes it's part of our ancestral that we bring together with us. So we have a bit of other people, you have a bit of our ancestral within us, so as to carry the karma with us to this to every reincarnation. But we are not complete. I tell you, we are not complete. We are a mixture. We are integrated with many others who have passed on, who have lived before. Other agreements were also made that help other people to achieve certain milestones or events in their lives as well. And I do believe that we die, we go back to source, and that's what's supposed to be. We do not die to become ghosts and become disincarnate and then pestering people here on earth. To me, that's not what that dead one is. Die, finish. The big part of you goes with the, or goes back to your moneda, go back to your source. They do not linger out. That lingers around is a memories, fragments of that being that one day was called John or Mary. Okay, because we are waking up to the, to finish up all this, what you see around you are demons and not ghosts, and that many religions that advocate this are true. Yes, there's no much ghosts around. They can linger a bit, but they cannot, especially so nowadays that they have amended the laws of the other word of words law and rules has changed so far. And no, ghosts are not able to stay around. It's not true. They can perhaps 1 week, yeah, 1 week they can return, or the maximum 1 year, and as soon that energy will slow dissipate, slowly fades away. No such thing as a ghost that remains a century, a century milestone. No, no such thing. That ones are replica, are demons trying to passing up, impersonating uh, humans. That one is a CD that they keep a configuration, a backup files of that being that was called once John or Mary. Do you understand? Is it, that's clear? So because we are waking up to the fact that we have been conned and the whole matrix system has been hijacked, we will need to recognize these contracts and revoke them as needed. The way that you revoke a contract and declare sovereignty is by creating a revocation and declaration that is read out loud, creating your own spell. Those who have more contracts are those who make Satanism, who sold their souls to the Luciferians. Now, Luciferians here are not a single being. It's not that monster if horny alone, with a tail, that hideous monster. It's not him alone, it's many, and he can take up any form. It's a soul group. Lucifer would be the great father, okay, the great big father of those dark forces that he created. It's just like he take a part of him like a amoeba, and then he multiply and then become a group so-called Luciferia in quals dark force. Understand? And not one single being. Oh, this one is Lucifer, Satan, this and that, and claim that he's the great Baal. No, no such thing. Luciferian is a group soul. Nunex too are a group souls comprised of grace, um, mantids, ants, beings, creatures, insectoids in general, can be andromedans, Arcturians, all that are all included, and they pretend, oh, they are good, Andromedans are good, Arcturians are good, let's bend it down to them, and blah 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 blah. There's no such thing. I tell you one thing, that's why I'm very suspicious of everything I see. And by looking at a person after a long time, I start to study that person. I find out what kind of person that particular person is. I can analyze and study them. And I have come to a conclusion that those who they call Andromedans, Arcturians, they are no very nice Mr. guys. There's no such thing. They too make part of the Confederation. The Confederation of Light, so they say. Confederation of Light, Anunnaks, this and that. And they are the overlords. Okay, it's not just about reptilians, but the overlord. Reptilians also not a very nice beings. Those are the dark forces. Those one belong to the Luciferians. Anunnaks might be another one. So these two factions, they kind of fight among each other, and then they try to put the people here, the minions here, the herds here against one another. The Anunnaks try to put the people here against the Luciferians. Luciferians are trying to put the people here against the Anunnaks. You understand? And then there's others pulling those strings, the magos, the great magos, pulling those strings above to make one fight for another. And then they will laugh at all the circus, because to me it's a circus. It's ridiculous. It's gay circus, and I don't like it. So that's it. Um, Luciferian and Anunnaki, they may be the two different factions, but they work together or separately to enslave the people in here. No one is better than another. Okay, and Luciferians are the dark forces. That's why they say, oh, Luciferians, they want to break free, they want to be free, they want freedom, they want sovereignty. Maybe, but again, their intention not good. They do not respect us. They do not like us. They hate us as well. So no one is better than another. No Anunnakis, no Luciferians are better than one another. To me, they are the same biscuit in the jar, the same cookies in the jar. The basics of a declaration, oh, in a tin or a jar. Inform your own declaration of independence or freedom from any constraint. The first thing you want to do is to state exactly what you are identify as no longer agreeing to you in your life. You can get as specific as you like and declaring that you are a free will sovereign being is important part of the declaration. Here is an example of a curse revocation taken from Andrew Bass's Adventures in Reality show from March 13, 2015, and Andrew started to give up these readings in 2014, as far as I can recall. I, in the ever-present moment, choose to acknowledge that there is a curse based in ancestral lineage. I was not born into this ancestral lineage. Huh? I I remember he said that we have to follow our ancestors. So what is what is what? It's so confused. How come I was not born into this ancestral lineage? Why is this debt being enforced on my heart? Oh, now I understand. Why? That's why what I say earlier. Why must we be responsible for something we do not recall have agreed open, have agreed to? Uh, like I said, it's just like somebody put your karma, or you have to pay for the karma and sins of another, and that will not do. That's stupid as can get. It's stupid. So I order an audit of the source of sources, the infinite being, so there may be zero balance on all dimensions, time streams, galaxies, and universes. I disconnect this wound from my heart chakra, from my spinal column. I return all energy that was used to create this wound and all energy that has been siphoned from me. I demand that it be returned through this spiritual court of inquiry. The cute cat here is watching me saying that. She's 13-year-old female cat. I'm now. I'm not my ancestral debt. Right, Krishna Libera? We are not of ancestral debt. Right? I break all contracts, vows, and agreements with the reincarnation grid, and I send my internal love to all those still in the reincarnation grid. I'm in the being of now. I am a being of photonic light manifested in these two human legs. Is it Slovara? I disconnect myself from all dreamtime societies that are based in betrayal. But he talked so much about dream time when I first started to read about him in 2014. I do not accept the projections of energies onto me from any other being who is not my DNA lineage brother. I ask that this be entered into the earth Akashic recording. So I have declared my I am self-presency. Now, let me see. I try to study this. There's meaning things here that I need to understand. Either when he talks about ancestral, what he really means by ancestral is mean our human ancestral or aliens ancestral or the logo. What's the logo? The logo is the prime creator of a certain universe. Like here we have the one that invaded the earth called Jehovah, and he took over this quadrant of the universe, and then he became the logo or planetary logo. Now my question, what comes in my mind is it him, our ancestral, or is it the DNA that we have that come from him? What is it? Now, or are our ancestral the infinite source, the all there is, or is it our DNA? For those who doesn't know the terms DNA, it means divine natural ordinance. So yeah, in this part, yes, okay, now I understand. Thank you very much. Yeah, I understand. So that means the ancestral here will be this Jehovah. You see why I say that? Because what he did is that they came here first. We were all part of the all with the infinite being. We came from source and we have his full DNA. So what happened? Those Dracos came over, Jehovah being one of those, and then he come, and then they came, and then they changed our DNA, and then we become by force, by invasion of the grids. We became their ancestral or their descendant, and they would be our ancestral. So I'm gonna repeat it one more time because it will serve for me, because I want to break free from all this nonsense. I am in the ever-present moment to choose to acknowledge that there is a caste-based ancestral lineage. I was not born into this ancestral lineage. Why is this debt being forced on my heart? I order an audit of the source of sources, so there may be zero balance at all dimensions, time streams, galaxies, and universes. I disconnect this wound from my heart chakra, from my spinal column. I return all energy that was used to create this wound and all energy that has been siphoned from me. I demand that it be returned through this spiritual court of inquiry. I mean now. I'm not my ancestral dead. I break all contracts, vows, and agreements with the reincarnation grid, and I send my internal love to all those still in the reincarnation grid. And I'm the being of now. I am of a being of photonic light, manifested in these two human legs. Oh, the ancestral here might be also our great parents. I disconnect myself from all dreamtime societies that are based in betrayal. I do not accept the projections of energies onto me from any other being who is not my DNA lineage brother. I ask that this be entered into this the Akashic record. So I have declared my I am self-presence. Yeah, okay, that's good, beautiful. But the question that comes to my mind is, okay, yeah, DNA lineage brother, but why have these divisions when all come from source? Everything that is good or bad come from source. So why this division of DNA lineage? Unless he's trying to say that those who are demons or these Luciferians, aliens are not does not come from source in from something else, that their origin, their creator are not the same ones who created ice, and which is not quite right, because everything there is came from source. So even those who is totally different from ice, DNA way wise, keep in mind that this is only an example of how to state exactly what you want to revoke, and that you are doing so in your own power as a sovereign being. That means you cannot wait for others to do it for you. You yourself have to do it alone, which will be begun you begin the process of leading you more in alignment of other things that you can accomplish in this lifetime. The best course will always be write your own and to speak the words out loud with your strong desire, intention, and passion. Let it come from the heart. You can revoke anything that you wish in your life, and you have the free will to change anything that's not working for you. A relationship, a kind of lifetime, whatever they give to you as configuration. Andrew introduced the spiritual court of inquiry to his listeners, which ensures that you are getting help from a group of guides that will help you, I don't know, to revoke the contracts that are no longer needed or were made out of duress on the other side, and to have help in leaving some in place that may be beneficial to others in your life with whom you made contracts with. I want to break free from all. Of course, we cannot see the whole picture from this vantage point, so it's a good idea to ask for help in deciding what to avoid so that you do not harm another's path in spiritual progress, unless of course it is hindering yours. Yeah, sure. What is hampering your progress? You must cut off ties, cut off, go live your life. Let them alone. They will find their way, because when we die, also we'll die alone. You understand? When we born, we are born alone. When we die alone. So usually spouse, wife, husband, um, sons, daughters, whatever, they can find their way. They don't have to be always stuck up to you. That's nonsense. You grown up, you brought up your children, your sons and daughters to the world, for the world and not for yourself. For all those clingy parents out there, mother and father, stop clinging onto your 40-year-old son, your 30-year-old son, your 50-year-old son. Shame on you all. Understand? This is not any more love, this is possession. This obsessions in possession. Your your son and daughters are not your property. Neither is the wife. Your wife is not your property. Okay, so not your woman. Of course, we cannot see the whole picture from this. Okay, blah blah blah. So yeah, this when they are hindering our progress, we must let go and leave ourselves, leave alone. These declarations are not only to revoke contracts that are limiting you in your life, but to reach all aspects of yourself and your ancestral lineage. In order to cover your multi-dimensional aspects and shadow selves in your spelling, you can use the verbiage from Andrew in all dimensions, time streams, galaxies, and universes, whatever they are. If you prefer, you can encompass the past, present, and future in your declaration. The idea is to cover all aspects of time and to address all beings who are watching, influencing, and participating in your reality. Yeah. And laughing at my misery and laugh at my expensive, to my cost. To help you. You call their attention and ask them to visit your spiritual court of inquiry and to state their origins and intention. I'm gonna do that. You watch out tonight. If they are benevolent, they are not. They are crook. They are overlords. They are demiurge. They will comply in your guidance code, can allow them to continue in your reality. If they refuse to be part of your court, then you will then become camouflaged, and not only will they not see you, this happened to me, I become camouflaged, but they will no longer be able to influence you or benefit from you at this time. So I'm gonna read one more time because it's very important. There's something there on the door. So these declarations are not only to revoke contracts that are limiting you in your life, but to reach all aspects of yourself in your ancestral lineage. In order to cover your multidimensional aspects and shadow selves in your spelling, you can use the verbiage from Andrew in all dimensions, time streams, galaxies, and universes. If you prefer, you can encompass the past, present, and future in your declaration. The idea is to cover all aspects of time and to address all the beings who are watching, influencing, and participating in your reality show here, the circus, the gay circus here. You can call their attention and ask them to visit your spiritual court of inquiry and to state their origin and intention. If they are benevolent, they will comply, and your guidance code can allow them to continue in your reality. If they refuse to be a part of your court, then you will become camouflaged, and not only will they not see you, but they will no longer be able to influence you or benefit from you at this time. Another thing that happens when this declaration is to end the creation of karma by revoking all ties to karma in the past, present, and future. You can declare that all that energies of the past are balanced, and also that you revoke all agreements to create new karma through being unaware of things that you are agreeing to because you cannot see them or remember what you have agreed to. That's the problem here. We don't remember what we have agreed to. So another thing that happens with this declaration is to end the creation of karma by revoking all ties to karma in the past, present, and future. You can declare that all that energies of the past are balanced, and also that you revoke all agreements to create new karma through being unaware of things that you are agreeing to because you cannot see them or remember what you have agreed to. And the kitty cat looking, watching. Oh, there are many ways to create these spells or spell reversals, and many topics you can revoke. I'm going to list a few examples from people that I have found to have an understanding of the process. Mary Jane Banks Declaration. I met Mary Jane Banks at Mount Shastra. Declaration of full sovereignty of my I am presence in this embodiment. I call on my higher self to merge with me, guide me, and assist me in declaring, embodying, and enacting 100% sovereignty of my being and this at every now moment. In alignment with my I am presence, in accordance with my chosen purpose, goals, and intentions for this lifetime. I call upon the elemental, angelic, ascended, cosmic, and ancestral realms to witness my declaration, to assist in upholding the integrity of his intentions, and to co-create with me and manifesting my highest potential personally, in unity with the One, and in service to the earth as we graduate to the next level of our evolution. In declaring my full sovereignty and with the guidance of my higher self and I am presence, I assert autonomy over my physical and non-physical embodiment, my energetic vibration, and all resulting emanations. I disallow any interference to distort or delay the fulfillment of my purpose in this lifetime. Whether that interference be well-meaning, misguided, self-interested, or malevolent. This includes any and all overt and covert intentions, attempts, and actions to limit, separate, distract, manipulate, disempower, traumatize, dominate, control, or harvest any aspect or increment of my energy and consciousness. I reject and eject any such interference, demanding that it cease and desist immediately and retroactively, including any trickery designed to countermand, usurp, or sidestep the intention of this declaration. And make this declaration, I acknowledge and accept full responsibility for my being and actions. I continue to fervently request overt guidance and assistance from my higher self, and I am presence, which I in no way consider to be interference. I commit to both hearing and enacting that guidance, and in turn to listening to and guide the elemental consciousness that contributes to my personal, collective, and consciousness this lifetime. To the extent that I might be unable or unwilling to hear and enact the guidance of my higher self, or I am presence, I request that the guidance continue to be given in various ways, such that I can understand and act on it, and until I am able to understand and act on it. In full sovereignty, I also request and accept the additional energetic assistance of my guides, my soul, star, human, and ancestral families, the elemental, angelic, ascended, and cosmic realms, and any other sources, provided that it accords with this declaration and it is in my highest good, the highest good of earth, and in accordance with my purpose, goals, and intentions for this lifetime. I choose to heal all fear, trauma, and limitation standing in the way of my fulfilling my highest potential and purpose in this lifetime. I ask that my higher self and I am presence in the co-creation of the elemental, angelic, ascended, cosmic, and ancestral realms assist me in healing, transmuting, and transcending all fear, limitation, separation, and amnesia, preventing me from embodying my full integrated sacred masculine and sacred feminine power, love, and wisdom. I ask that my higher self and I am presence direct my healing such that I embody and offer the optimal vibration in circumstance, that I manifest optimal health and wholeness in and through my physical, emotional, mental, and etheric bodies, that I fluidly evolve according to my path and purpose, that I awaken to and regain all the memories and gifts held in my causal body, and the efficiency in the changing energetics of earth, that I integrate the healing, its lessons, and its energy in the most beneficial way possible, and that all this unfolds at the most conducive yet expeditious pace possible. I intend that in healing myself in this now moment, I heal other aspects of myself across time and space, as well as splintered aspects of other consciousness trapped in time, who, through the domino effect, will attain the freedom to return to where they belong, to heal and to contribute to the unity we seek to co-create in order to graduate from this plane and take our next evolutionary steps. I offer healing, compassion, and forgiveness wherever it is needed or wanted to free all aspects of consciousness, including my own, to allow all to return to its natural order and wholeness and unity. And so it is. Written by Mary Jane Banks and inspired by the work of Andrew Bassi, galactic historian, for sharing with all in resonance and co-creation. Cameron Day I have already. More of this. With all of my intention, I hereby declare my sovereignty, and I foreclose, nullify, and cancel all contracts and all agreements with all entities throughout all of my lives, in all dimensions and all timelines is done. So mote it be. At this moment, though all that I am agrees to interact only with the most benevolent service to others entities within the multiverse. This declaration carries my energy signature as my binding stamp. To use this declaration for your own purposes, you must retype the declaration accompanied by your own intention and signed with your own energy stamp. If you notice, Scott revoked all contracts and agreements. I would add the spiritual code of equity to actually be the higher selves that will choose for you which contracts to revoke and which ones you still need. Claim your sovereignty, and the right to be here incarnated into human body is an important part of the work needed to remove yourself from interference. 4 minutes video and explains. Richie explained that we may need to keep making declaration, must continue doing, because we may be tricked into signing contracts in our sleep. Eventually, we won't have any worries about being tricked ever again once the matrix is dissolved. But for now, thank goodness we have Rich to keep us, remind us to do the work and to keep us alive. You notice that all the people doing this work are people with Occidental, I don't know, Anglo people, white people, blonde people, even Greek people, like in the case of Andrews, he's a Greek. I don't see another race do this kind of job. In the video below, you get to hang out with Rich, and he gives a soul contract warning, meaning that when you start working on your stuff, your life really does change. Yeah, goes up tough. I think I say that another video, I'm not sure, but be prepared. I think I saw the last video that I talk about this thing. I have mentioned that your life sometimes can have a 180 degrees turn, so be careful. Be prepared to accept the change that you bring about by breaking the binding spiritual contracts that are holding you back. That's so true. Because they are already binding you with people who puts you down, people who are too much on the matrix, people who are minions, people who are cruel, people who are too much into religion system conventions, people who doesn't care about other people, people who are psychopath, they bind you with these people. And when you do this kind of a job and kind of a declaration, what you will do is you are breaking contract with these people, and then there is where everything changes. The devil will appear, and then they will come against you. Be prepared, because this happened to me. I know it happened to me, not once but many times, and they all will come against you. And finally, Rich explains how to free yourself to explore areas out of your body by removing those soul contracts that may be limiting you from doing so. Yeah, that's true. I have given several examples of people who have shared their experiences with the world on how to revoke spiritual contracts and declare your freedom. You can follow your own guidance as to what you need to revoke and declare for yourself. Here's a radio show on 2015 which briefly introduced the concept of declaring your own sovereignty. I now connect to my guides who have my best interest of freedom and sovereignty declaration in mind, and gather my counsel of inquiry to review my contracts and agreements made in this lifetime as well as in all lifetimes. I call up the agreements made that no longer serve me on a path to expansion and growth, as well as any contracts and agreements made under duress and trickery. I stand in my presidency as part of Source and declare all of the contracts not in my best interest null and void. I ground myself to Mother Earth. Lucky tomorrow they're gonna open it again, and then I can go for earth. I can go to touch the soil and the grass. Finally, so I look forward to it and to go to the beach, touch the earth. So, ground myself to Mother Earth and ask for her assistance in my healing and transmutation of disagreements and all of the energies associated with them. I now heal, transmute, and integrate all thought forms, entities, or negative energies that I have associated with disagreements. Salute those people who put you down, who hamper your spiritual progress, and integrate the refined, pure source energy into this physical body at this time. I ask my guides to assist those lost in splintered parts of me and ask that they help them to know where to go for healing and integration. I state that I will no longer carry energy that is not of pure source within me in this present moment and any other moment, as all aspects of me in the past, future, and present are now to be healed. No longer will I carry any hitchhikers under any agreements that were done with false intentions of memory wiping. I fold space and time and go back to each time the negative or lower vibrational thought or energy was created, and I transmute it now to source or infinite being, infinite prime creator. My body is now cleared of any negative thought forms and energies that are created knowingly or unknowingly that had any intention of self-sabotage and negative emotion. I now heal my DNA and regenerate my body back to the organic template it was created to be. I thank you, Guy or Mother S, for assisting in the regeneration of my DNA and of my physical, emotional, mental, and spirit bodies. I thank you, Source, Prime Creator, all there is, for accepting those pieces and parts of me that need healing and transformation. I'm a healed whole being operating as a sovereign force, and I am here to change this world. Already was given last video. I connect all dimensions, time streams, galaxies, and universe with my intentions. I ask my guides to continue to open up doors and to illuminate my hasty path. I request the tools necessary to do my job here on this planet and ask that you continue to bring the people into my life that can assist me to help assist humanity. I am grateful for the opportunity to serve and to heal others as I heal myself. And so it is. Amen. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And that's all for now. And I hope that for those who are interested to do all this clearing, this revocation, and to improve your life, but before that, they'll try to mess your life and sabotage your life. But sometimes those changes are for better, because you are taking all the layers of implants of configurations that they have given you in the first place. Like for example, you have a job, or you are married to somebody who supports you, or even you have a job that you don't like, but you still need that job to survive, but you are not happy, or you are into a relationship that you are not happy, but you have no other way out of this relationship. And when you do, because this was all already configured in your path for you to undergo all this through by the overlords. They have created all this configuration for you to undergo all this. So what happens when you break all these contracts? As I said before, your life will have a 180 degrees upturn, and then you may um, restart all again. You have to restart all again your life, and sometimes it's for your own good. The key here is not to have fear, because changes always offers better opportunity for you, and if you are adventurous, then it's good for you. Just go for it. You see, so be prepared when you do all these things. Be prepared. If you don't want to change anything in your life, you are happy as it is, so continue. Don't do any of these contracts. But if you see if there is something that you need change in your life, then do this break. So it'll be a breakthrough in your life, and then you're gonna recreate yourself anew. Good luck.